Hello everyone. A lady at work has asked me how to make scones, so I decided to make a video. First thing we must do, number one thing, we turn on our oven, preheat. (200 degrees). First step, very important. Some of the items you will need will be self-raising flour, caster sugar, some milk. This paddle acts as a wooden spoon, and some salted butter. If you don't have salted butter, just add a pinch of salt to the recipe. Thickened cream, which can be whipped, and jam for serving, and my mixer. Another good thing to have is a set of kitchen scales that climb in 1 gram increments. To my bowl, I've just added 500 grams of self-raising flour, then 50 grams of caster sugar, and then 110 grams of salted butter. Add all this to the bowl. Now I've just diced that up so it'll disperse easier. Now just add my paddle attachment and I'll dry mix or rub the butter and the flour and sugar mixed together. If you were to do that by hand, it's just simply rubbing it. Rub, rub, rub. But this is doing it a lot easier. You have a machine. Do that until it becomes a sandy consistency. Just while I'm waiting for that to happen, I'll weigh up, not measure, but I'll weigh up my milk. I need 300 millilitres, so that's 300 grams. I don't trust these measurements, so I weigh everything. It becomes foolproof then. That's why it's important to buy a set of kitchen scales. So I've had that mixing for a couple of minutes. Just if you squeeze it together, it should sort of stay. That's the sort of thing you're looking for. So all the flour's rubbed in to the butter, or vice versa. Now we add our milk and just bring it together. Don't overmix it, bring it together. You can do this by hand or with a wooden spoon. Another important thing to note, just use cold milk, use everything cold. So now just flour your bench a little bit. Turn out the dough. Just give it a little knead. Make it smooth. Try and make it into a ball. Then we just flatten it out. Make sure it's a consistent level across the dough. I'll get a rolling pin out. So the thickness depends on how big you want your scones. So I usually go to the first, your fingernail length, which is quite thin. So I'm only going to make small ones. But feel free to use a bottle, anything instead of a rolling pin. I just use a little cookie cutter, scone cutter. I use the small ones. So I'll just dip it in the flour, cut, So depending on how tight you are, you could bring all the other bits together and get some more out, but I think the more you play with the dough, the worse the scones will turn out. So I'll just leave the scraps. I'll tray these up close together. So maybe I'll just roll the scrap up in a ball. Flatten it out. To about the same width. And I'll just use the knife or a scraper. And we'll just cut it that way into, let's say, eighths like a pizza. Tray that up as well. See how that goes. Just experiment. There you go. So there we go. That's how it looks straight up. Can get it there. There we go. Beautiful. Now, what I'd like to do is I give it 10 minutes rest before it goes into the oven. So I'll just rest it over here on the trivet. And then I'll pop it in the oven. So the oven's been preheated at 200 degrees. And I'll bake it for about 15 to 18 minutes. And we'll see how it goes. This is wash up time. Okay, that's been close to 10 minutes now. I'm going to pop it in the oven at 200 degrees for around 15 to 18 minutes. Okay, so the 18 minutes is up, or 15 actually, 16. Scones are ready. And that's easy to tell. And that's easy to tell just by the way they break apart easily. Okay, if they're gooey, they're not ready. So they're ready. A bit hot. So that's it, Brooke. That's how you make scones, mate. No faults there, not that I can see. The proof will be in the tasting. Oh. Oh. That's the way you make them. So there you have it, my easy peasy scones.